Right, start the podcast.
Hello and welcome to the Video Gamer UK podcast. My name is Chris Bratt and I'm joined by some people having a wonderful time today.
Hello.
David Scammell, how are you?
I'm good, how you doing?
You seem very happy.
Yeah, high on life, mate. All good.
Good to hear. Tom Orry joins us again. Always a pleasure.
I don't think I did a mic test. Does this even work? Is it
yes, you sound glorious.
Professional as ever, Brett. Well done.
Well, Simon just said start the podcast thing.
Oh, say my name before I'm even introduced, right?
Don't you? Well, stared at me.
Don't worry about Simon's ceremony. Just throw him in a sentence. Who gives a bleep?
And Simon Miller.
No, I'm obviously nothing. I'm useless.
Oh God, we've upset him.
You know, like Twitter pussycats, really. I mean,
jeez, we can't say that.
We've said it now. It's too late. Move on.
Oh, can we talk about video games?
This is a terrible hosting. You're not keeping it together. There's no segueing. There's no fluency.
Where's Matt?
A good host.
Oh, right, that's it.
Bring back Matt.
Simon, you've done this.
I've done nothing.
You put me off tilt.
I've done nothing. I was just talking about Twitter and pussycats.
Good.
That's all I did.
Good
TPCs. Video games.
I've got a feeling there's a certain game that's still going to raise its head today. Is that correct? GTA 5?
Yeah,
we still pretty much playing that?
We're playing all the games that everyone goes, oh, I cannot believe you're playing those games because they're so mainstream and they're not. I'm not like a bird flying through a forest, but you know, sometimes they're good, those games. So you know,
yeah. No, I think I'm probably I started a little bit later than you, so I'm still only about halfway through GTA and having an absolute blast.
There you go.
I've been so impressed with the character switching. Is this the
Brat podcast?
This is harsh. This is harsh.
I'm here for the Brat.
I was trying to start a discussion on GTA 5.
Go on then.
You guys have just shot me down.
Go on then. Start the discussion.
I was just going to say the character switching has been marvellous. I wasn't quite sure how it was going to work, but I love that when you switch to different characters, they're always doing something ridiculous. I love that.
Did you ever play Fuse, Bratters?
I didn't play Fuse, no.
That was part of their marketing campaign.
The character switching.
Yep.
Did it work as well as GTA 5?
No, I didn't play it.
Would you describe it as marvellous like Bratters did?
Probably not.
Well,
no one else did.
The character switching is very good, and it does constantly surprise. I think there's one in there that's planned. I don't know for sure, obviously, because it only happens once, where you switch to Trevor, and it's just...
Is this where he's behind a bin?
That's one of them. There's another one as well.
Yeah, it sounds like Trevor has some of the most ridiculous
Some of them
ones.
are just genuinely horrific. Like, what's he been doing? And he's often drunk. You often go to him and he's drunk.
It was in his pants.
It's wonderful. Absolutely wonderful.
I think I've messed it up, though. I can't do the shares.
Why not?
I keep investing loads of money and then losing all my money.
Well, that's the stock market, though, isn't it? That's a very real.
The thing is, though, right, is that I was so fed up of losing money or not making any money that yesterday when I played it all night, I was literally just sitting on the stock market and I was refreshing it constantly, and I spent like 2 in-game days on it, and it refreshed to say that the chart, the graph had gone up and down, reflecting the prices. No, it didn't. The price was constantly hovering around $4 or $5 for this thing. Yeah, it said on the chart it'd gone up to like $20. I was like, no.
You sure that wasn't an overall chart?
What do you mean?
I don't know.
Yeah, the charts are a bit vague, to be honest. They don't really.
It was like the last week. Well, it does. It says Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, whatever, and it says on the start screen
and
on your phone what day it was. And it didn't happen at all.
Wait, to be honest, I've only really dabbled a little bit with the stock market. I think the best tip I've got for that is, the Franklin's got some missions.
I know, but you don't know what they're going to be.
You do. I'm sorry,
them.
I have to disagree with you here because I made millions off those missions. You just have to listen to what Lester says and invest all your money in those stocks. That's it.
But he says it once you accept the mission.
Yes,
right?
Then put all your money into that stock and go do the mission.
While you're in the mission.
Unfortunately,
I did it before each mission, yeah. Listen to Lester, see what he has to say.
Yeah, but he says it at the beginning of the mission.
Then put all your stock in.
You can do it with Franklin.
You can access the internet whenever.
You just can't.
The mission starts.
See, I messed that up because I was going through to do the missions quite quickly to get golds on them.
Well, you made a decision.
Yeah, so those missions.
You went for gold. I went for real gold.
Those missions are the assassination ones. Like I think there's
spoilers.
Well,
unbelievable.
We're talking about them anyway. There's 3 missions that have an effect on the stock market, right?
I'm not saying.
Well, otherwise people won't be able to know what to look out for. That's what I'm saying. If they want to try this themselves, there's 3 missions that have an effect on certain.
Only 3. Thanks.
Well, I think there's only 3. I've only had 3.
There's 3 or 4.
There's a few. I don't think
and you can if you listen
just
to what happens
all
in
your
mission,
money into what Lester tells you to put money in, and you'll make millions.
But if you want to be a real cheat, which I feel kind of bad for this, I quick saved before the mission listened to what he said and then loaded the save so I could switch to my other characters and invest their money in it as well.
Nothing wrong with that.
Because I feel that's what
cheating
would happen.
life, Bratters.
Yeah, but Franklin would call up his mates. He'd be like, "Right, I'm about to do something here that's going to."
You didn't do that. You reverted to a
money
save, so it doesn't work.
I know, but I'm just.
If you did this in real life, it would be like money laundering or something.
That's inside trading. Yeah,
I don't think that's the big issue, to be honest. I think maybe the killing people and burning things.
I actually believe that if in a court of law they're both considered crimes.
I think I'd get in a lot of trouble for both. Yeah, I'd avoid it. That's why we do. That's why we have these releases within GTA 5, so we don't have to go out and abuse the stock market.
Do you know what? Do you know what's talking of that? I was thinking to myself on the train on the way in earlier. Well, originally I thought, wouldn't it be great if someone made this as a video series where people recreate video games in real life? But then I thought about what that would involve.
Well, GTA in real life.
Oh, yeah, I was thinking,
GTA kind of is real life.
Wait until the Daily Mail hear about this.
How easy is it? Well, that's what inspired it. Because on the front page of the Metro, there was some judge that blamed some crime on a video game. I was like, whatever. But I thought, how easy is it to recreate GTA in real life?
But isn't GTA based on real life? So.
Yeah, it is. But people don't go out doing what they're doing.
I think some people do.
I
think they're called criminals.
I don't.
Yeah, well, I'm glad to hear it.
I don't think it really works with GTA because I think GTA
is it really that easy to hijack a car?
I see what you mean like that. But that's not really something we want to try and figure out because we'll...
Don't try this at home, Jesus. You'll go to jail and be killed and all sorts. Because things happen in jail you don't want to happen to you.
Are you suggesting that you want people... Your idea was people do real things, not just an act?
Yeah, it's like Gran Turismo. Go to a track. How easy is it to drive a car around a track?
Right. That's better. That's better.
Ape Escape. How easy is it to run around and catch monkeys?
That's not... Like, the Gran Turismo one isn't based on a video game. People do that for a living. They're
still based on a video game.
Yeah, but people rob cars for a living.
Yeah, but it's not
people catch monkeys for a living.
It is the weirdest conversation.
I'm confused.
Bottom line, GTA is really good. I think we kind of exhausted last week. Yeah. But does anyone want to say anything else about GTA 5?
I haven't played it really.
Should we move on to FIFA?
Sure.
That we also talked about last week.
FIFA was out on Tuesday in America, Friday here. Is that right?
Yeah, this week.
So,
this week in America and here.
Who's been playing it?
I've been playing it a lot. I've started career mode. I'm going through career mode. If anyone would like a tip for career mode, you can buy Benzema from Real Madrid for 25.5 million. Regardless, it doesn't matter what happens. They just sell him for 25.5 million.
I don't know who that is.
You sometimes have to throw in an extra player as part of the exchange.
I do like football.
Am I actually loud enough?
Yeah.
Good.
I do like football. I
feel like you're ignoring me. Bro.
I played my first game yesterday of FIFA, and the characters seem taller.
Well, depends on which character you're using.
All of them.
All of them.
They all seem taller. They all seem lanky.
Well, in the past, FIFA games they've been a little bit like hulky. Some of the players they've looked a bit too like bulky.
It looks quite good. It looks quite good.
I think it plays really well. I think there's a big debate now because people say this is the year that PES is. The difference is that PES you actually have to sit down and learn, which is good, really, because you should have to learn a sports game. But it depends if you've got the time or not. Whereas FIFA is still FIFA; they're still building on the same foundations. Whereas PES 2014 feels genuinely like a step.
I've only played a little bit of both, but from what I've heard from like Steve and Steve's horribly biased. Well, from a few people over the last week, that PES seems to be closer than it's ever been before.
I've played a lot of PES this week.
I
played it every night.
How do you think it compares to FIFA?
How many games? Everyone says you have to play about 20 games before it starts to make sense.
I'll probably play at least 20 games, I imagine, but I don't know. I keep playing it, so I'm thinking eventually it will get better. It hasn't really. Like, there's moments where you think this is good, and you do a nice move, and it ends with someone doing a nice volley.
Yeah, the passing feels really good in it.
The passing is good. The through balls work really well, but then it doesn't quite. There's things happen, like players just suddenly lose. They just don't do. Like, they seem to lose interest in what's going on, and
just get distracted.
And players that should clearly take the ball just ignore it, and things like that. And when that happens, you can't help but think this is broken, and it's just frustrating when it feels quite good, and then suddenly, like, there'll be a ball that goes past two players because the third player is the one that it thinks should take it.
Yeah, those are the most obvious moments when you got a really nice flow going, and then suddenly it just breaks down because the game hasn't quite realised what you're aiming for.
I still can't, it's so badly, like, the whole presentation angle side of it, apart from on the pitch where it looks okay, but I don't think it looks amazing like some people think, but the whole menu system and the way you do anything outside of the game is just terrible.
Yeah, it's so overly convoluted. FIFA wins in that area. FIFA's so easy to use. And FIFA knows what you want to do as well, because it just, every time I look up now, it goes, do you want to do your manager mode? And yeah, let's get on with this. Let's do it.
No messing.
No. So at the moment, but I think it depends if you have the time. I think if you sit down and learn PES, I'm sure it's much more of a contender this year. But A lot of people just want to get a football game, stick it in the tray and get their mates around.
Yeah.
And FIFA will still always cater for that because it's easy, it's quick, and it's accessible.
And it has
and it's still
teams.
a good... Yeah, it's got real teams that people like.
Yeah.
But people, it's still a very good game. Don't get me wrong. Like, people seem to be acting this year like FIFA's, off the board. It's not.
Well, I think
still excellent.
The thing with FIFA, I watched the video that you and Phil did. Not Phil, you and
Phil,
Brett did. Sorry,
me and Phil.
Hello.
Not that.
There you go, Brent. If
Who's
you're listening
that?
to this, you count for nothing.
Why are you guys so mean? And there's lots of nice little changes, but it seems like the big thing for FIFA 14 was the new engine, right? Which isn't going to be showing
For
up.
FIFA?
Up until
For PES, it was the new engine.
It's the Ignite engine on FIFA.
That's next gen.
gen.
Only.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's what I was going to say. Which isn't going to.
I don't know. Is that FIFA's big thing? I'm not sure if
everyone
it is.
says it plays very well on
I
Ignite.
don't think it doesn't look that much of a new thing to me.
But everyone says it plays differently. That's the thing with football games. You can't really tell until you sit down and get it.
What does it play like? A basketball game?
Well, I asked Steve this, and Steve said it was worth waiting for the next gen version.
Yeah.
If you're thinking about that,
we're only going to know when we have that. And we can sit down and play it for 10, 15
which is interesting,
games.
isn't it? Because that was. We've had this discussion before we even played the game. Like, is this just going to be a placeholder for the next gen version?
I don't think it does. The biggest problem with FIFA 14 at the moment is that the crossing and heading is overpowered, which they've admitted now as well.
They came out yesterday.
But that always happens. FIFA always gets patched loads in its first few weeks. And it is overpowered. If you get that sort of loops cross shot in,
competitive games almost always are. That's a sign of a developer that's aware of that. It's frustrating that in the first few weeks it might.
If they're aware of it, why don't these things come out sooner?
Because I tell you why,
you don't see it until you put it out.
That's not either. It's also because last year everyone went, the heading is just rubbish. So this year they've gone, right, we've really got to focus on the heading. So the heading, this is my problem. Do I want them to patch it? Because heading works now. Yeah. Didn't work last year. So if they get it wrong again and heading stops working, I'm going to be more annoyed than heading actually working.
When you look at some of the most successful competitive games, League of Legends, your StarCrafts, they're constantly being changed to keep it balanced, because you can't predict how the players will use stuff. You can only do so much testing.
I've found an even bigger bug that should be prioritised over any heading or crossing or anything like that in my game of FIFA yesterday.
Right. Players are too lanky.
All the commentators kept going how Fellaini had scored a hat-trick and Fellaini had got a red card, and I was like,
oh no.
The best commentary bug ever was on FIFA 12, where every now and then, he didn't even have to be in the game, he'd just go, Rooney! and scream like he'd run onto the field and wasn't even there.
Oh, it's brilliant.
So everyone always, Americans especially, I'm not saying this because I'm pigeonholing them, I just always notice lots of Americans say it, they always say, the commentary in FIFA, it's just amazing, it's just perfect. It's like, you can't be playing the same game. It's just, the commentary in FIFA, it sounds like two people in a studio with 20. It's like that, I said it the other day, it's like when Krusty the Clown goes in to do his dole, and he literally sits and goes, hey, I'm Krusty the Clown. Hey, kids. And he leaves, and then the guy says, so Krusty, we're ready for you. That's what it sounds like. So they got thrown in a room, it was recorded in 20 minutes, and then they left.
There are a lot of American sports games with better commentary.
Well, I think this, but they don't think so. They think FIFA's got the greatest commentary ever.
I think that's just because of how much time you put into FIFA, though, because when you I only really got into FIFA probably a couple of years ago. And
you call FIFA. I keep thinking it's some weird thief game. Sorry, keep going, talking.
Initially, the commentary is very impressive. When you're playing as Stoke and they talk about a little of the history, and it's like, oh yeah, come on, that's right, we did that. And then you hear it 5 times in a row.
What history?
Like the fact that we won the League Cup 1972.
Well done.
Beat Chelsea.
You won the League Cup in 1972.
No, there are a lot of nice touches like that, but there's not enough. And I'm not saying, there's only so much you can put in the game. I understand audio takes up a lot of size, but yeah, if you're going to play it for 12 months, eventually it feels like
there was something that was quite dark in my commentary. They started talking about Fergie leaving, and then they said something about someone who had died or something. Oh, this has gone very dark all of a sudden. I don't know what's going on
I haven't
here.
heard that one yet.
But very odd.
But yeah, I think it's nice. This year, if you want a football game, you have a choice. Just pro whatever you got to learn. That's what I think. It seems I haven't learned it yet, so I don't know.
I wonder how next gen will affect sales, though, because FIFA's always sold.
I don't think it'll do that. I don't think it'll be that bad because there's a big enough gap. I think
momentum for FIFA doesn't seem as much this year because of GTA last week and next gen. Everyone's getting FIFA for free with their Xbox. Remember all those?
But I still think the majority of people aren't people that aren't going to pick up next gen consoles on day one that buy FIFA day one. I think they're a different market.
Maybe, yeah, but I'm in that bracket. I normally buy FIFA day one.
I think that's the minority.
Is it?
I think you are the minority. I think people that are buying FIFA day one and next gen next one is not as much as people that want FIFA day one.
I had no idea what that sentence meant.
I did.
You said next FIFA next one. or something like that.
You're coming at me, bro.
No, I'm not. Simon,
we need to talk
the chair.
We need to talk about stuff that's not FIFA Pro Evo or GTA. The problem is that everything ran away from everything else.
Played State of Decay on the PC.
Oh, no one cares about that.
We had a little heart-to-heart while we were playing that. That was quite good.
We're not going to talk about that. We'll talk about the game.
Quickly,
give me a summary of State of Decay on PC, because I will never play State of Decay, despite a good friend of mine telling me that it's brilliant. Probably the best zombie game there is.
Brad.
Oh, I thought that was me then.
That's not you.
Oh,
he's a better friend than you and me.
Well, okay, right, fine. I think Tom kind of sums up why it's been a nice step forward, because I think you've come in both times I started playing. First when I started playing on the Xbox 360, and then when I started playing on the PC, and I really got into the Xbox 360 version. And I remember when you first walked in, you were just appalled by how it's just not a very attractive game. It's
ugly.
It's hard to grab you just because of that.
The frame rate as well, isn't it?
Yeah, and terrible. Well, they did improve the frame rate through patching. Still got a few issues, but it's a hell of a lot better than it was on the 360. But for me, it's not even the visuals that make it on the PC version. It's just the fact that it can handle the game. The environments aren't constantly popping in when you're walking along. There aren't any. I hope
not. It looks like dog shit.
Exactly does, but it's.
So why are you amazed that a PC can handle this game?
Because I've been playing on the 360, and I've been trying to get people like you interested in it. We did the gameplay verdict when it first came out, and it was tough because I really like State of Decay, but it's that first hour that you play.
People like me,
because I played it with you and you didn't like it.
I love the idea of State of Decay.
Exactly.
I love it,
and that's why the PC version's cool, because it gets past the initial kind of
it's not just a technical
Still
thing.
Feels a little bit janky, if that's a word.
Yeah.
Like it feels like particularly my exposure is basically watching you and your videos.
It's not a good exposure,
a lot of stuff,
is it?
like when they get tired and things, and they do these weird.
Yeah, no, the lunging. That's me. That's me.
Is that just how you play it?
That's definitely how I play it. It's a dodge button, and I kind of freak out when I've got no stamina left and just. So
I thought this all along. I thought they'd done some weird animations.
No, that's definitely.
Why would you spam the dodge button?
Because usually, when I've got no stamina left, I'm surrounded by zombies, so I can't run away. So I just try and keep dodging like that.
Around.
Yeah, dodge towards an exit, and it looks ridiculous. You're quite right.
I'd rather play DayZ on console, and I think that Bohemia, whoever's handling it now, I get so confused, have missed a big trick by not.
Because State of Decay is kind of like...
Yeah, it's kind of. But DayZ went through this phase where all people were talking about was DayZ, and then they went away and said we're going to do a standalone version, which should have been out at the end of last year.
6 months ago, yeah.
Still isn't here. And, I mean...
Armour 3's out now as well.
Exactly. They should have capitalised on that. I think it's a massive missed opportunity, but whatever.
I think we'll see State of Decay on Xbox One.
Yeah, I think we will.
By mid next year.
Should that be State of Decay 2 though?
No, I think they're re-releasing it because they're going to work on an MMO project that they've had planned now.
Oh, why? Why is this obsession with MMOs? Get over it, people.
They're called Undead Labs. They just want to do zombie games. And after State of Decay, I'm cool with that because I thought I was done with zombie games until I played that. I thought
then play The Last of Us.
Well, no, is it a zombie game? We've had this yes. is the comments get riled when they're mushroom people. They're not zombies.
They're zombies. If you do not think, I don't care if Naughty Dog says not. If you do not think that's a zombie game,
I don't care if the developers of the game said it's not.
But it doesn't matter. Go and take a good hard look at yourself in the mirror.
It is a zombie game. It is a zombie game.
Yeah, well, I didn't think I wanted to play that many story-driven ones. After playing The Walking Dead, I've got a lot of time for. But this kind of open world, more sandbox approach, I thought I'd seen enough of that, especially with games like DayZ.
Now, right?
Yeah, and
that's the most important thing here.
It just handles really nicely on the PC in comparison. I'm struggling to go back to the Xbox 360 version after this, to be honest. But I will do because that's where my save file is, and I can't transfer it. But
see, that's another thing holding us all back. That's why I can't wait for next gen. Because I think that they'll sort of do this unified stuff. I hope with Battlefield, I know they're not doing it this year, but I hope the next Battlefield they do it. Because I would play Battlefield on PC and I would play Battlefield on console.
They are doing it on Battlefield 4,
Nope. You can transfer your progress.
You can't transfer your multiplayer. It's like
a one-time transfer.
What? Why?
And you can't
you can buy on 360 and then upgrade it all to Xbox One.
Yeah, but it convinces me to buy two copies so if I can.
That's the thing.
Switch between the two when I like.
There was this slide that got out from a presentation. I think it was by Frank Jabot who gave this presentation, and it was a day in the life of the Battlefield player.
Yeah, this is what I was.
And it was like you start the day on the app.
You spend your entire day playing Battlefield.
Yeah, you then play Battlefield 4 on PC on your. Battlefield 4 on your lunch on your PC, go home, you look at it on your tablet and you sort all your shit out on the train, and then you play it on your console when you get home. And it's like, yeah, I'd love to do that, But no way if my progress is not.
If you're doing that, apply for a job at EA.
Yeah,
just a bit of advice. No,
but
anybody.
But still, I get what you mean. Just the idea of having that all linked would be ace. It makes so much sense.
It's got to happen.
Do you think that's the platforms refusing to do that rather than the developers? Because the developers surely want you to do.
Because presumably EA have their own. They
use their
own servers,
yeah.
don't they? So they're the one that potentially could do it. Whereas other people that have to go through each.
They're relying on Microsoft to host their. Yeah, it's. I don't know. I would love to see that as well, especially with State of Decay, because I'm absolutely ready to play the PC version instead. But because I've put hours into this save file on the 360,
all about Bratters again.
I've got to play the ugly version.
The bigger question is, who has a PC at work that can actually play Battlefield?
Yeah, you can have a beast of a PC.
We've got the one in the studio.
We barely have one in this office, let alone like in a normal office.
I'll bring my PC in.
Yeah, all right.
Can I use it?
Nope.
Please. Oh.
Can we talk about a game that's not out and I'm getting worried about?
Okay, sure.
Because it's not really how to talk about it. I'm getting worried about South Park, the game.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, I'm a big fan of South Park, like a big fan, like obsessive. I think it's genius. And I saw it at Gamescom.
Yeah,
still looking great. Still looking really good. Really, I mean, more of a sort of interactive story, really, because it's the script and the cutscenes that are the best thing. But it's still a solid RPG. But where is it? Because
I'm trying to ask Ubisoft that exact question.
We are now 2 months away from next gen machines, and I worry that next gen will just gobble anything. Well, I mean, South Park's got a big following, but still, it will gobble a lot of things up. And there's still no confirmed release date, so it's not like it can be coming out in October, because it'd be strange if Ubisoft go, it's out in 3 weeks. So it doesn't give you much time to... If it's out this year, I'd be surprised, because it doesn't give you much leeway to promote it. And they'll want to market it, they'll want to push it. So when's it
we've not
out?
seen it. We saw it at Gamescom and E3, right? You saw it at Gamescom and E3.
Yes.
One of those, they said it was still on track for this year. But yeah, I mean, there's a couple of US retailers that have dated it for like November 20-something.
I can't believe it come out then.
Which is next gen week.
TV series happening? What's happening with the current TV
The new
show?
series starts soon. I think this week or next week. I mean, or October maybe.
That would be the perfect time to...
This is my worry. I think if it's not tying in with the TV show, because South Park's done in two, you have 2 bits to the season. The second one doesn't start till March. Maybe it's not coming out till March next year. You know what else could be out in March next year, don't you? So there. I'm worried about it. You know, things that are big right now.
Things that are big right now, Mark. Oh, yeah, but we don't know that.
No, I don't. I'm just guessing. That's what I'd imagine.
Should we say what this is to avoid speculation?
Sure.
We've said it before on the podcast.
Oh, it's just speculation.
Next gen GTA.
Yeah, I don't know if that's true or not. I'm just saying if they were going to do it, they'd probably do it earlier then.
Makes sense.
Sorry, I didn't mean to sound vague like I knew something.
Yeah, I just think that people will go, they know something.
I know absolutely nothing. That's just, I'm just guessing.
I'll put that out there.
But yeah, I just, if anybody would like to get in touch and, let me know what's happening with South Park.
It needed to be out
now.
Before now.
Should have come out in August.
Yeah, it should have come out.
I wonder if it's gone for submission or not submission. That's not the right word, but it's gone to the platform holders and they've gone.
I can't see how the thing is. It's South
They can't be
Park,
surprised.
And it's going to be rated 18, isn't it? It's going to be like adults game. So I can't see them doing anything.
And they can't release it in November because it's Assassin's Creed, Watch Dogs. I mean,
that's the thing. Yeah,
Ubisoft can't dedicate 3 big. Oh, maybe they can. I don't know, but it didn't seem like a very smart move.
What's the market for South Park? Are they going after the kind of the people that buy Family Guy from Activision?
They're going after people that
is it that market
watch the
or?
show.
Yeah.
Like anyone that watches it.
It's a big market.
I don't really watch a lot of South Park, and I keep forgetting about it, which is scary because
they don't talk about it.
Exactly. I saw it listed on Steam.
It's disappeared off
coming
website.
soon, and I was like, oh shit, yeah, South Park's coming out. When? Oh, we don't know. And that's not a question I should be asking.
I'm trying to get an answer. I'm trying.
This is a weekly thing I'm going to bring up now.
Yep.
Simon's
Quest.
Save South Park mission.
Okay.
The Stick of Simon.
The Stick of Simon. Simon Stick.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Anyone been playing anything else other than football games
I
and
played,
that game about crime?
I played Bad Company 2 last night for about 10 minutes.
That's good.
Yeah.
10 minutes? How can you play a game for 10 minutes?
Well, there was a rumour that they'd shut the servers off.
Oh, right.
I thought I'd load it up. But it worked fine. I don't know whether it's the PC version.
The fact that you played it for 10 minutes is why there's a rumour that they're going to shut down the servers for it.
Yeah, you probably did.
Yeah, but I went back to it and suddenly all these memories flooded back from the old days when it was amazing.
And then you played for 10 minutes.
No, but because I wasn't playing with any friends. I think I actually prefer Bad Company 2 to Battlefield 3.
Really?
I think so. Yeah, I think I preferred the maps and just the kind of tone of it. I think I preferred.
It's more fun.
Yeah, exactly. And I love the UAV. They got to bring the UAV back for Battlefield 4. I'll be very upset. But yeah, Battlefield 4.
So
it's the beta next week actually for Battlefield 4.
Oh, of course it is. Yeah, we're
so looking forward to trying that. I think it's just what we played at E3, so it's nothing new
I enjoyed
to
that
us.
a lot.
I'll be interested to see, because they haven't shown yet. They haven't shown the current gen versions of Battlefield 4. So I'll be intrigued.
You know what it will look like. Is that thing where people go, oh my gosh, show current gen? Oh.
No, it's not quite as good as I thought.
Will it look better than Battlefield 3? I don't know. Because it's Frostbite 3 now. Not that it makes any difference whatsoever.
Yeah, but I mean, Pez is running on
Fox engine.
Fox, and it looks good, but doesn't look next gen good.
Fox Day. That's interesting, though, what Kojima keeps saying about... He keeps coming out with these little comments.
Metal Gear Solid 5's not going to look
It's not going to look that good.
What did he get upset with at E3?
The Division.
He got upset with the Division. That annoyed him. And now
didn't annoy him. Did it annoy him?
He was annoyed. He had to go to staff, apparently, so that annoyed him. And then, he's... he's now saying that it's not going to look as good as other next-gen games, which means he's seen other next-gen games, and probably more so than we have. I'm sure he gets privy to certain information. Oh, so what? I mean, when's it out, Metal Gear? We don't even know.
No. Why don't you just... 2 releases, isn't there?
Yeah, there's...
Is there? I don't even know anymore.
Yeah, no one's
really... I thought they officially said that one game will be out before March.
So it's Ground Zeroes and Phantom Pain.
And the other one will be out March.
So he's actually releasing the intro to his game a year before the actual game.
Unless this is all lies, and I've just not...
I thought Ground Zero, because I thought that originally, what you were saying, and then I thought they said that Ground Zeroes was almost like the kind of tanker sequence for Metal Gear 2.
It is. It's the intro.
But I thought they would be part of the same game. Yeah. Like the same release.
Unless they're going to... I don't know.
Didn't someone... I'm not sure where this thing came from, but someone said the main game is 300 times bigger than Ground Zero.
Is that the world or the length?
I don't know.
None of us know, because as always, the message doesn't make any sense. Crazy Kojima in his ivory tower.
I kind of admire it in a way. Like he tried something new. I mean, everyone saw through it from the very beginning, but...
He wanted you to, didn't he? I mean, it was
I don't know
so many.
There
was so many hints.
Konami, they've got a game coming out. They've got Castlevania in February.
Yeah.
Put a demo
in with Castlevania.
Oh, Halo 3 Crackdown.
They've done it before.
Maybe.
Do it again.
Was it Metal Gear 2, Zone of the Enders?
Yeah.
Well, maybe. I don't know. I just, as always, I love Metal Gear games and I'll play it and I'm excited about it, but my gosh, I don't understand what they're doing with it.
Same.
Baffled.
I think that pretty much sums up Metal Gear, doesn't it?
Yeah. The fact we're talking about Metal Gear Solid 5, I think, goes to show that there's no games out. When do games start coming out again?
When they're not scared of GTA anymore.
October, really, isn't it? The next one's Batman, right? Is there anything before Batman?
That's the end of October.
That's what I think.
There must be something before that, surely.
I think there is. I think we have to wait. We have to wait until
Just
Batman.
Dance.
Just Dance.
Yeah, that's true.
When's Assassin?
Do you see Dance?
November or October?
November. Same day as Battlefield. Assassins.
November is when it all kicks off again.
What will be number one that week? Assassins or Battlefield?
Assassins.
Do you think?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, we'll find out in November.
I reckon Battlefield.
I would say Battlefield if next gen wasn't here coming. I wonder if people will just go, next gen's out in 3 weeks. I'll wait for the next gen one.
Maybe. So but we are in the... I'm not going to call it a quiet period because GTA and FIFA have just come out. But, these are the staple games have come out. Everything else is trodden away.
We're forgetting Sonic and the Lost World, or it's called.
That's not out until late October, I thought.
That's October, though.
It's like the 18th, isn't it?
A game,
That's late October. That's miles away. That's
Zelda's out next week.
That's
Wind
true,
Waker.
but again, that's a retread, isn't it? So it's not like...
I'm kind of looking forward to playing it, though.
It's brilliant. I love it. I think it's wonderfully done, as I said last week. But it's not... I want new stuff now, man. Come on, give it to me, baby.
When's Mario and all that out? Have they dated Mario?
December.
I'm going to save that sound.
December?
And then Mario Kart is next summer.
Oh, my goodness me.
Yeah, we chatted about this before. The dates for the week.
Yeah, we don't need to do that.
Donkey Kong's December as well, isn't it?
I think we should talk news. Do we have any news?
The news cannon must be fired.
We do, but I can't remember what it is.
Well, that's good. So that's really hard-hitting, strong, powerful news.
The Steam OS is probably the biggest thing.
Yeah.
Well, I know Braz is jerking himself off just thinking about Steam OS, so we'll let him explain what Steam OS is.
So
he doesn't know.
It's an operating system.
Is it?
That's coming. It's designed around Linux, and it's supposed to be for your living room. So it's kind of the next step for...
Can I ask the percentage of people listening to this podcast? If you run a Linux operating system, could you just type Linux in the YouTube comment box or wherever you see? Because I'd be intrigued to see...
On that note, just quickly, because we did this a couple of weeks ago with Metal Gear Solid 2. Universally, everybody hates Metal Gear Solid 2.
Dead to me.
Just me that likes it.
Everyone's dead to you.
Keep going. Just wanted to let that know.
Well, yeah, that's the interesting thing, isn't it? The fact that it's running on Linux, which, not that many games on Steam will be compatible with.
This is what I'm intrigued by, because Linux...
But they're obviously going to stop pushing it. And if Valve stop pushing it, then developers would be
Linux right now is not the most supported platform for graphics drivers and things like that.
Exactly.
So, I mean, I know Valve have always had a thing for Linux. Hasn't Gabe always come out and said Linux is great? More
recently, yeah. I think that's just because he's pissed off with Windows 8, to be honest.
Clearly, everyone that releases anything on Steam in the future will have to have a...
You'd be very daft if
you just won't get it on Steam unless it supports SteamOS. Clearly, they'll push it like that.
And I think in the meantime, the idea that you can stream between if you've got a gaming PC at home, you can stream between that and your Steam OS in the living room.
They haven't really explained how any of that's going to work.
Well, that you'd imagine we're going to find out today, or there's 2 announcements left to make regarding this new future for the Steam living room.
But why would I bother? Because by the sound of it, I can do what they're saying I can do already.
That's what makes it. I think that's why the first announcement was a bit disappointing.
That's why when the second announcement is anyone that does it gets Half-Life 3, you go, oh my god!
I would be surprised if we don't see the Steam box today.
I think what will happen is they'll announce
it would make sense.
A Steam box and then they'll announce a streaming box. So if you've got a PC already, you can just buy the streaming box and that plugs into your TV.
If they could do that really cheap, that could be rather awesome.
Well, the streaming box will be cheap. It'll literally be a dumb empty thing that just takes a video feed and streams it to your TV.
Do you not think that's cool?
On live?
You've got
it'd be like on live.
Yeah, there's going to be issues with latency there, but the idea of that seems awesome. It's people getting excited about
It's awesome if you already have a PC and stuff.
Exactly.
But lots of people
you've got a decent game
if
PC at home.
Microsoft announces, everyone will be like rubbish.
It depends on the latency.
Exactly.
It all comes down to that.
And presumably the video quality, because you play PC games to have them at high resolutions and stuff, and if it has to degrade...
Well, you do it for your own network, so you'd imagine if you've got...
But PC gamers are going to want at least 1080, aren't they? That's like minimum for PC this day.
I would play more PC games if I could play them on my TV.
Easily.
Definitely. But, I mean, it's a hassle as it is at the moment, that's why I haven't done it. But, but then I'm not convinced. I've got OnLive, I've tried OnLive, I'm sure it's
online was streaming as well, though, wasn't it? Actually streaming the game.
Yeah, you're not streaming within your own network. Yeah. It's a more difficult process.
Passing the feed.
As long as it's streaming over your local.
Yeah, but even like remote play and stuff. And I know that's older tech, but
if it works like the Wii U works in terms of streaming that kind of quality but a higher resolution,
I guess that
would be fine.
And like we said, if they can do that, if there is 2 boxes, or if you can get an option that allows you to buy something that will just stream from your game PC for really cheap. It's all designed around a nice interface for Steam.
It just seems like a nice idea at the moment with loads of unanswered questions.
Exactly, and that you'd imagine that's what the Steam box will do. If that is, but
that's not like Valve. Normally, Valve come out and then it's quite clear. I think
it's quite annoying the way they've spread it out and the way they fed you so little information is annoying for me anyway.
So the next announcement is this evening in UK time, and then Friday is the last one.
We don't know exactly,
or is that one? Oh, right, okay.
It could be like tomorrow, but I think they need at the moment. It's just if you like Steam. This is just people that like Steam. But for people that don't like PCs or PC gaming, they've done nothing so far to make you think...
I can see the marketing. I can see PC manufacturers going, this is the ultimate games PC built on a gaming operating system. I can see that.
Also,
I get the idea.
They hinted in their first announcement that the performance they're getting from like graphics drivers and stuff is better than what you currently have.
Is that because it doesn't run as many processors as something like Windows?
That's the case. But if they can make PC gaming more efficient in terms
well, the operating system will be designed entirely around that.
That'd be, people would like that. PC gamers would like that a lot, that you have your Titan, whatever, and you don't use most of the resources running a Windows OS.
There's a lot of unanswered questions, but the fact that it's Valve behind it and you know there's at least 2 more big announcements coming. It's exciting just to see what they've got planned.
But then at the same time, am I going to lose all of my compatibility with my existing programs? do I have to do a fresh install of SteamOS? Can I dual boot into Steam and Windows?
Dual booting must be a thing.
Yeah, they're not
otherwise. But presumably Steam will continue to run as it is because they can't piss off everyone that currently uses Steam that doesn't want to have the hassle of doing.
At least in the short term, it would be ridiculous for them to try and shuffle that all around. But yeah, I've just got a feeling it's the Steam box today. That I like. Have you seen the pictures? We talked about this morning, but
the conspiracy theory.
Each one's got kind of like a logo which hints towards what the announcer's going to be. The first one was just an O on its own. Next is an O between 2 brackets.
What did the O hint to?
O now we know means the operating system.
Right.
Obviously.
So it's the operating system between 2 brackets in a box. You could say Steam box. Got it. You heard it here first, folks. I've worked it out.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, sorry about that. Ruined the surprise. But I don't know what the third one is. I have no idea what the...
Half-Life 3.
It would be...
I don't think
it's going to be a game, but imagine how exciting it would be.
2042.
I think excited. If it is a game with a 3 on it, it'll be Left 4 Dead, I imagine.
I think.
But how do you think they'd work that into the SteamOS idea?
I don't think it's going to be any games. Why would they announce a game?
I don't think it makes sense.
It doesn't make sense.
Maybe they do something like you can get it for free on SteamOS.
Yes, actually, they pushed the original Steam with Half-Life 2, didn't they?
Maybe they will.
Do you remember when everyone hated Steam?
Yes.
Yeah. And it looked horrible.
Yep, and it was...
No, it looks all right.
There we are.
And I'm not even a PC.
Thank you for listening to the History of Steam with David.
It looked horrible. Now it looks all right.
Next week, Valve.
I like it.
Anyway, Braz, get on with it.
You're not doing very good hosting jobs, Brad. I'm waiting for you to segue and keep it going, but you stopped talking.
Well, I thought you had more to say.
I have nothing to say about SteamOS.
Do we want to talk about any other news?
Yeah, I guess so.
PS4 beeps.
Ex-Nintendo president died this week.
He ignored your news.
I think it's a hell of a lot bigger news than...
Well, we're doing headlines.
beeps.
GTA 5, $1 billion in 3 days. That's pretty good news.
That is pretty good.
But no, it's not, because Peter Molyneux says it's not impressive.
Yeah.
And Peter Molyneux knows what he's talking about.
Can you imagine if Fable...
Dave twisted his words. It's fine.
Imagine if Fable 3 came out, did $1 billion in 3 days, and then Molyneux just went, nah.
Well, now he would, wouldn't he? Because he's not associated with it anymore. But yeah, I think it's amazing. And obviously, I can't pronounce his name.
Hiroshi Yamauchi died this week. Very much thought of the guy that transformed Nintendo.
Yeah, no, he's important. Very important man.
It's weird.
Worth mentioning.
To be honest, I feel like he's a little bit more before my time. I didn't...
Really?
Though the man that was around when you weren't here on this earth. Interesting.
I think he stepped down in 2002, which, of course, I was playing...
That was the year you were born.
Hella video games then, but I wasn't really that invested in the people behind them.
What video games were you playing then?
Hella video games.
Hella?
So a lot of video games.
Hella?
Yeah.
Isn't it Hella?
That's what I said.
You said Hella.
Hella, that's the robot, isn't it, in Space Odyssey?
Hell.
Hella.
Anyway, I was playing. I wasn't that interested in the people behind the video games then. I'll admit, but it's weird to think that without this guy, who I don't really know that much about, the entire industry we're involved in is different.
Are you saying that only people you know can have impact on the industry?
No, not at all. I'm saying it's weird to think that this person that I should know more about has had a big impact on my life without realizing. I might not even be doing this job without.
Right, that was fucking
Nintendo.
Beautiful.
Don't lessen it, man. Don't lessen it.
I think he was being serious. I took it to be serious.
Yeah.
No, it's true. I agree. But I mean, that's the thing with games, isn't it? Is that the people that are important have never rose to that much prominence, really. A few people will know who they are, but most people don't care.
It's more of a recent thing, isn't it?
People don't think about the people unless they're the big spokespeople.
They think about the games.
But it's the difference between films and games, isn't it? They do think about the games. You think about Brad Pitt because you're looking at him, and Master Chief, you think about him because you're looking at him and playing as him rather than the people behind him.
Sure, that's true. But yeah, they took a risk with a little console called Nintendo Entertainment System, and now look at us now. So
we're not
Wii U. Look at the Wii U.
Do you think you're working at Nintendo?
Is that not?
We're not working at Nintendo.
Oh right,
no.
crap.
I wish we were Nintendo.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
You'd be fired, Brad, as if we were. Your rudeness and disdain for Nintendo products.
And I do not have disdain. I just think they're not quite as good as you do.
That's disdain.
Brad, what do you prefer, Super Mario Galaxy or State of Decay?
Super Mario Galaxy.
You even had to think about that.
Super Mario Galaxy is such a wonderful game.
Your face, you were like,
Yeah, there's not even a contest. Super Mario Galaxy could just be the best thing ever. It could transcend games for all we know.
Brad, Super Mario Sunshine or State of Decay?
State of Decay, I haven't played Sunshine.
So but a lot of people agree with him. We've said this before.
Yeah,
I like Sunshine. I like Sunshine.
I like
really
Sunshine.
Good.
People are weird.
Give me Sunshine.
But yeah, any other big news this week? It's just been, everything seems to be so GTA focused since I've got back. It's kind of hard to...
The GTA vehicle bug has upset a lot of people.
Oh, it's upset me. Oh, it's really upset me, actually.
Fortunately, I hadn't invested too much in that stuff.
Go on.
I made such a mistake. That this is the whole thing that if you save vehicles in your garage, there's a chance they'll just disappear. And
does that include the ones that you buy online and stuff? Yes,
that's the annoying bit. Because I role-played the characters a little bit in the sense that...
I was like, no, you need to explain to me.
When I switched to...
He leaves his house dressed as Franklin.
No, not like that. As in within the game. When I'm controlling different characters, I play differently. So when, Trevor's obviously always very erratic. Michael's always thinking about the next step and trying to get out of this game again, resolve his family issues.
Spoiler mad, this is.
No, that's just that. You know that from the trailers.
You're so easy, Brad, honestly.
But so when after one of the first heists or one of the first missions that you get a little bit of pocket change to play around with, I went to...
Bit of pocket change?
Michael went straight for the stock market.
Do you still get pocket money?
Sod off.
That's how we pay him. We pay him in pocket money.
£3.50 a week.
Give him 50p. And if he does the vacuuming, we double it.
This job.
Come on, Michael.
So Michael went straight to the stock market, invested his money, took a few gambles, but he's looking forward a little bit. Franklin, those two did a mission together, and get a bit of money to spend, a little bit of dollar.
Spoilerific, unbelievable.
And Franklin, he's new to this whole business, so I see him as having much more short-term plans. So he gets some money, he goes out, he buys some nice clothes, gets a goddamn cool haircut, and goes online and buys himself an awesome motorbike, as you would do, pimps it out, it looks awesome. I think,
looks awesome.
Like they turn up to certain missions on their kind of default vehicle.
Yeah.
I had visions of him turning up on this sweet motorbike every time. So I spent ages, got the right colour, picked green because of his background with the Grove Street Boys. And it was awesome. Like, I'd planned it out perfectly. It made that character more real for me. And then I went to the next mission and the bike just disappeared. Never to be seen again. I bought 3 more bikes and did exactly the same thing before I finally gave up and realised, okay, there's a bug here.
That is quite bad. That is bad because if you do invest in it, and people do treat their money in GTA with, some essence of fear that it's going to go away. So, things shouldn't disappear. Simple as that. But they are looking into it and they should fix it. So just don't do that for a couple of
Something like that should be a basic. I don't understand how that gets through. A game of that magnitude
it always
has such a basic
It always
error.
happens though, isn't it? That's always but it's never like, you get to the last mission and it all crashes. It's always the small things that, people just somehow don't pick up on.
At the moment, I decided instead of just buying awesome vehicles, you're probably best just, each character, I'm not sure Michael does, but Trevor and Franklin both have that default vehicles. Trevor's got that awesome truck. Franklin's got the bike.
Michael's got his car. He's got his souped up car.
And Franklin's got the little white sporty number.
He's got that too. Franklin's got 2,
So you want to just pimp them up. Go to the upgrade shop and you can improve the handling, the speed and everything, and then at least you've got a decent vehicle.
You can buy Los Santos Customs? You can buy that later.
Yeah.
So don't invest too much.
How do the upgrades work with that, or is that spoiler?
No idea. Not done it yet.
Cool. Well, yeah, it's frustrating, but I'm looking forward to them fixing that. Especially, I can't have these kind of problems on GTA Online. It would ruin it for me.
Coming soon. Everyone's 1st of October, baby.
So the GTA news is not disappearing.
So if you don't like GTA, maybe go back under your rock.
I don't know whether I'm concerned about that or not.
Don't know what that means.
No.
I don't know whether it's going to be ready.
It will be ready.
They've had a lot of problems with Social Club.
Yeah.
A lot of problems.
They'll be ready. Don't you worry.
Where are they up to with that? Because I know they fixed the annoying app today, haven't they?
They fixed the iFruit app.
Have any of you guys been playing the iFruit thing? I'm not lying. At least once a day, I get a notification on my phone telling me that Chop has taken a shit and I need to clean it up. My phone tells me that.
You downloaded that
It
app.
vibrates, and that's why I think they are just taking the piss with it a little
Rockstar
bit.
trolling you.
Yeah, and I'm getting very close to deleting it though because it's not a fun game.
No, I deleted it the other day.
I'm all for satire and it's brilliant, but at least have a fun game underneath it.
Yeah, I agree. I don't know, GTA Online, as long as it all works, but I can just see an Error 37 scenario all over again. SimCity.
It's just so many people, isn't there?
I can't see that happening. I just can't see it happening. I'm not based on anything. My gut tells me no.
I think it'll be okay.
I think it'll be awesome.
Raz, got a question. Do you accidentally role play as the wrong character?
Oh, that would be embarrassing, wouldn't it?
Do you ever go as Michael being Trevor?
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Michael plays very differently. Doesn't like to be quite as violent as Trevor. He wants to. He doesn't want to get in too much trouble. He's thinking about the long game. Trevor doesn't give a crap. He goes straight in, guns blazing, rocket launcher, all that kind of stuff. I think it sounds kind of weird, but I think it adds to
Trevor's one of the best characters this year.
Exactly, and you feel. If you do not find that you play a little bit differently when
I told you this. For ages. It was Michael and Franklin. I didn't get into police chases or anything like that.
Role player.
As soon as I got Trevor, I was just down on a rampage, shooting everyone.
Exactly.
I do like the Steve discussed it. I think it was last week. I do like the Canadian.
The sub joke.
Yeah, it's quite funny. But
Trevor's all right.
Trevor's all right. The rampages, though, I'm disappointed by.
Oh, I've only done a couple. I've had my fill of them
because they're not like old rampages. Get in a tank and just go crazy. They are just shoot guys.
They're probably build though, right?
The what?
I'm not sure they'll get that ridiculous.
Will they?
I don't know.
Well, I've unlocked the achievement for doing all the rampages.
Well, they're not going to build it, are they? You didn't need to ask me that question, Sam. Well, you could have said, I'm sorry, Simon.
Well, I thought you were telling me something that's something unlocked later on.
I only did a couple of rampages because I'm getting old and I found them... I can't shoot that many people in a game now and not feel a bit bad. So
Tanks come to shoot you in the later ones. They come and get you, but
you don't get to...
I think we chatted enough about GTA. We're GTA to the max.
I'm glad you...
I'm sorry.
You sorted that out. And you need to sort out something else, I'm afraid. First question comes from Duckman on the forums. Has Simon paid Dave his chicken dinner for the Gran Turismo 6 bet yet?
That was Matt.
That was Matt.
Matt's getting off light here.
Then no.
The problem with that was that we bet that it...
I can't even remember what it was.
I bet that it wouldn't be announced for PS4, and Matt said it definitely would be.
Yeah, Matt owes Dave your chicken dinner.
This is the thing, because then he screwed me over, hasn't he, fucking Yamauchi, by saying, oh yeah, Gran Turismo will come out on PS4. Might be Gran Turismo 6, might not be.
They haven't officially
announced it, but they basically said it's happening.
No.
So...
You win, Dave.
Do I get chicken dinner?
I think you win that one.
When's the kind of cut-off date for this?
I don't know.
That's the thing. We should have got a contract written out, I think. When you start throwing chicken dinners around the place, you need.
What sort of chicken dinner will it be? Will it be chicken breast?
Nando's, we agreed. It was Nando's. He owes you a Nando's, yeah.
Wonderful.
I'm pretty sure you had a bet running with someone as well.
I won that one.
Oh, right. It wasn't me, was it?
Probably.
I don't think it was me.
Someone
Anyway, Dazza Davey on the forums asks, I know I've asked it before, but will any of you be going to Eurogamer Expo tomorrow? And would it be odd if someone came up to you for a photo? Oh, man. That's up to you,
a
lovely
thing. Depends what you... I'd like you to take this photo and take your clothes off. That would be weird. Otherwise, I think it's all right.
That's a lovely thing to ask, but I don't know.
Brad will be there over the weekend.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, actually.
Good.
It's going to be fun.
I'm glad. Look out for Bratters.
I'll be there briefly on Friday.
If you see Bratters, go up to him and just give him a slap on the back.
Or on the face.
No,
why would I tell him that?
Yeah.
So what are you doing on Friday? Have you got anything planned?
Meeting some important people.
He's going to interview some big dogs.
Meeting some important people, this guy.
I'm hanging out with the lads.
The lads? Are you allowed to talk about which lads you'll be hanging out with?
No.
Okay, good. I think I'm just going to do what I did last year and hang around the red section. I know, but a lot of it's happening there.
You're looking forward to this year's Eurogamer, Brad, as I can tell.
I am.
I think he's going just to be recognised. Yeah. I really do.
To be recognised?
Yeah, I think you're going to be recognised. I really do think that.
It's really not.
Maybe I'll come see you on Saturday.
You should come. We could go for a group outing.
I haven't got pass though. I have to get. I know there's too many people not going.
Simon's always a fan of the public. Okay,
I love the public.
This comes from Yellow Sapphire. Do you think the rather straightforward endgame final boss has had its day? I thought it was interesting to ask after we played, what was it, yesterday, Marlow Briggs and the Mask
Dick of Destiny.
You keep saying that's not the name of the game. And we were very eager to find a kind of boss fight.
Is there a boss fight?
There are boss fights in it, yeah, but
He keeps going on about the Murderess.
Yeah.
And the what was the other one? Exterminatrix or something like that.
It felt like when we were playing that game needed boss fights to split up the rest of the gameplay. So I think there is certain types of games rely on boss fights still as a kind of a checkpoint almost. But I don't know. I think some games are struggling with the idea, aren't they? I remember with all that hoo-ha about Deus Ex boss fights.
I don't really like end boss fights. Feels like cliched stuff.
I think I don't need them anymore.
I quite like the build-up. Because you're playing towards a big event. As long as it's an event of some kind.
And it's not just thrown out randomly.
It doesn't have to be one particular boss fight.
I think we something like you're looking forward to Dragon Age. You'll expect a big final boss fight.
No, I don't. I hate it. The worst thing about Origins was that dragon boss fight at the end. I'd much rather they didn't have that.
Why?
Because it was annoying and not fun. Honestly, we get rid of boss fights tomorrow and I'd never miss them.
How does that story end without a boss fight?
Well, I'm not a developer.
It's like Sonic 2, one of my favourite games ever made. End boss, Jesus.
Jesus was the end boss of Sonic 2?
Yep.
I should go back and play that.
Imagine that. Offence caused around the world today. Sonic 2.
Okay, this comes from Twitter. We got Harry Johnson, also known as
Hi, Harry Johnson. How are you?
What games are you most looking forward to on the next generation?
Well, that is a question, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Let's just sit here and
next gen launch or in general?
I think just in general.
GTA 5.
FIFA.
God, so games that are already out now. Great.
This is the thing, because like you say games like that, but no, that's not why I'm excited. I want new games for next gen, so that's why there's zero, none, nada.
I'm looking forward to
Metal Gear Solid 5, actually. Oh, no, that's on normal consoles as well, isn't it? That doesn't count.
Destiny.
These are all on current gen machines.
Destiny won't look
current gen machines. This is my problem. These are not getting excited about next gen because all these games I can buy now, technically.
Knack.
No.
You silenced a room full of people.
Are we talking next gen exclusives? Because I'm looking forward...
No, I'm saying that's my problem with it.
Need for Speed, Call of Duty and Battlefield. They're my big four. And Dead Rising, I'm kind of intrigued by Dead Rising, as long as they sort the performance out.
Actually, yeah, Dead Rising is starting to sound a little bit more promising now.
Dead Rising is one of the only ones that is, not jumping gens.
Titanfall.
No, but that's an Xbox 360. I've changed this question. You can say Titanfall. The thing that is really winding me up about the next gen is there's no specific exclusive next gen games I'm really excited about. I'm either not interested or they're on both.
What about is it Quantum Break?
Yeah, but I don't even know what that is. I think that's a television show.
I really like them as developers.
Drive Club.
I wish I knew anything about Quantum, but the trailers for that game are so bizarre.
It's a TV show with bad actors.
The new Drive Club trailer looks nice. If it looks like that in the actual thing, then I'm a little bit more excited.
Forza is looking good as well.
It looks like a bit static. That's the problem I have with Forza. It looks like static.
Static Forza.
I'm not that. I don't know. I want to get back into racing games, but I'm struggling. Anyway, we'll move on to Zach Toms, who asks, he's getting a shiny new PC. And he says, any games that I should get to blow me away
for BBC
with the graphics.
CVs?
Trying to add a bit of goddamn emotion to these questions, Simon.
Harry's 4 today.
Why do you have to be like this?
Card.
Why do you have to be like this?
Because it was weird.
You're broken, Bratters. This is it.
I wish you were Holly Willoughby. That'd be amazing.
What was the question, Holly?
Zach Tom's getting a shiny new PC. Says any games he wants to play on them could be good.
It's the real Braz. We knew he was a lad. We knew it. Right, one more time in the normal Braz voice.
He's getting a shiny new PC and would like some recommendations for games.
I didn't understand that.
He wants a recommendation for PC games.
Yeah, but I imagine PC games that are going to impress him.
PC the games.
So, I imagine what we're talking about is
Bioshock
graphics.
Infinite looks amazing on PC if you've got a good graphics card.
Battlefield 3.
I reckon. Is Crysis still a good kind of the newer Crysis games?
3 looks good.
Yeah,
I quite enjoy Crysis.
It's not that
Metro Last Light looks amazing on a PC.
Incredible.
If you can find someone with a good PC and put Metro Last Light on it, my word.
You might be a bit biased though, Simon.
No, it does. It's true. I've never even played it. But if you watch someone, it's amazing.
I've heard that as well. It's if you can put the settings on that to ultra and just
What about is it Rome 2 or Rome Total War 2, whichever the that takes some real nice PC power. But if you can play that on proper settings, which I really wish I could, it's a very impressive game to play. Do you reckon? I still think Battlefield 3 will be impressive to play just because Did you just
the number of players absolutely ignored him. Sorry, Dave, do you want to say that?
No, you can piss off.
Man, this
hear
podcast is full of venom.
Towards me. It's all towards me.
You caused it by ignoring Dave.
I didn't mean to, mate. I'm sorry. I think that was a fantastic recommendation.
Thank you.
Good job.
Bad Company 2 is probably better.
There we are.
Gone full circle.
James O'Butler, also known as Clockpunk, good Twitter handle there. The old crew have been asked this before. The old crew, the better crew, probably.
Absolutely.
But I beg your pardon, David. But if you could voice act in any game / role, what would it be? And do the rest of the team agree with you? I don't know. Do you have a game that you would love to? You'd be a fantastic voice actor in some. You'd have to do something a little bit silly. Maybe. What's the? I see what you're doing here. You know what I'd pick? I'd go for a BioWare game just for the awkward romance scenes, and the rest of the guys are refusing to answer this. I reckon Dave would be good in... What's that game that you play that's one of the characters is just a giant singing poo? It's like one of your favourite games. You're not going to answer it, are you? Can't believe you're doing this. I'm going to be stubborn. Simon, what do you think? I reckon you'd be good you'd like to be a Batman character. I'm not sure you could pull off Batman himself. You're not quite... you haven't got the deep voice for it, but, there we are. Tom, any characters you'd like to play?
Can't comment on this.
That was an answer. Screw you guys. We'll move on to...
the Chris Pratt monologue 5 minutes was incredible. That's a new thing each week.
It's the Tom Murray minute. It's the return of the Tom Murray minute.
How long can Chris go before he just breaks?
Not long. Okay, moving on to Dave Harris, who asks...
Hi, Dave Harris.
You're Dave. Hello, Dave.
You have the same name as me.
Oh, God.
I'm not called Harris, though.
I know. He asks, on a vegetable scale of 1 to 10, sprouts being 1 and broccoli being 10. What
was the first one? Sprouts.
Sprouts being 1, broccoli being 10. I wouldn't put broccoli as a 10.
Some people hate broccoli as well. Yeah. I don't know which end of the scale he's going.
I think it's quite a personal vegetable scale, to be honest. Okay. How excited are you for the Steam box? Him himself, says he's a bit potato, which I imagine... Potato is probably an average vegetable, you'd say, usually.
Potato's right at the top.
Do you reckon?
Yeah, I guess for many people.
But he says I'm a bit potato. That suggests that
it doesn't bother me until I know the specifics and how it works, how much it costs, and what I can do with it. It's nothing to me otherwise.
It's a bit sweet.
I was going to say sweet.
It's a bit mushy at the moment. It could be quite sweet.
Oh, that's exactly what I was going to say. I was going to say it's got potential, but on its own, it's a bit.
Do you even know what a sweet is, Dave? Because you don't cook anything.
Yeah, that's a good point. They don't come in those microwavable boxes that you have.
I'm aware of it.
It was a good answer, though. I mean, I'm kind of jealous that you got there first.
Sorry, I feel bad.
We've stolen each other's answers now, so that's 1 for 1, because I stole Battlefield from you, didn't I?
Well, not really. I mean,
I just ignored that
I'd
you
already said it.
Yeah.
Stole, ignore. It's all the same.
Okay, let's get one last question in here.
This has been a mad podcast. This has been the most out of whack,
I'm very sorry.
podcast ever.
If you just wasted an hour of your life at home, you're mad.
It's never a waste with friends.
Yeah. Brian Canton.
The negativity of this man.
I'm just curious of your definition of friends at this moment, Simon. The amount of hate that's been.
I'm in the room with 2 very good friends and an acquaintance.
Don't call Dave an acquaintance.
Doesn't work. I was talking about you.
Isn't he the guy in Breaking Bad?
Brian Canton, no, it's not. Are any of you as excited for Dark Souls 2 as I am? Well, Brian Canton.
Matt's excited,
well, the question, I don't know how excited Brian Canton is for Dark Souls 2.
Well, he must be very, because you wouldn't ask a question if you weren't excited about the game.
It could be very unexcited about it. Are we
still talking about vegetable excitement or not?
Oh, I think we can do. I think that carries over.
I don't really get Dark Souls. Sorry.
So what vegetable do you not really get that you could use as first?
Parsnips.
You always moan about
parsnips, yeah.
Sweet potatoes, you're a bit funny with.
I love sweet potatoes.
I'm a big fan.
Moan about
big fan of sweet potatoes.
I eat them every day.
The way they look.
Yeah,
that's
but I love a sweet potato.
Yeah, they are one of the best, I think.
So you're a bit parsnip towards Dark Souls 2 right now.
Bit parsnip.
Okay.
Carrot.
Try and change that.
Carrots? I'm not sure if I like carrots.
My teacher used to call me Carrot at school.
Why?
Yeah, you have ginger hair.
No, I didn't have ginger hair at all. It was very weird. He just used to call me Carrot. And I was like, what are you talking about?
Were you shaped a little bit like a carrot at the time? Or
no, it was my English teacher. He just sat randomly called me Carrot. And it became his thing.
Oh, God. I don't like the sounds of this relationship.
My blind guinea pig liked Carrot.
Oh, God.
Come on, Brad, host this.
Have you heard that... I'm sorry, it's worth talking about Dave's blind guinea pig here. Apparently, I don't know how true this is, but Dave went to visit his guinea pig one morning. Its eyes had fallen out, and his response to his guinea pig's eyes falling out of its head was to put it out in the garden and let it eat the lawn for the rest of its life.
No.
That's what you told me this morning.
You've got this wrong. My guinea pig lived in the garden. He lived in the garden.
From the get-go?
From the get-go.
Pre-eye falling out.
Well, he killed my rabbit. So
he got relegated to the garden.
We kept the guinea pig and the rabbit.
How big was your guinea pig? It must be massive.
Average size. They were Del Boy and Rodney, they were called. So we had Del Boy, who was the rabbit, and Rodney was the guinea pig.
I'd put money on the rabbit every time in that fight.
Yeah, but he bit him and he died. But so anyway...
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to laugh. That's
very mean.
That's horrible.
Anyway, he lived in the garden after this. He was just free to roam the back.
You have to blind guiney pig out,
one day
out in the cold on its own.
He turned out he didn't have any eyes. And
how does that happen?
I don't know.
That can't be a thing. They don't just fall out. Eyes don't work like that. Tell me eyes don't work like that. That's going to freak me out.
I don't want to get involved.
But he liked it in the garden. It was his favourite place.
How do you know? He was blind. He couldn't go anywhere else.
Yeah, but by your argument, Bratters, he can't say that he didn't like it in the garden either. So.
Oh, man.
He just ate grass all day. He was like our little lawnmower, and he was amazing. He's died now, but he was great. He lived
that's
forever.
Surprising, isn't it? That's surprising that the guinea pig that you left outside.
What's the average lifespan of a guinea pig?
Not a clue.
Guinea pigs can live outside, Bratters. You know that's the thing.
No, blind guinea pigs.
I don't know what we're talking about.
Guinea pigs.
You put it on a little leash and take it for walks and stuff, but you wouldn't just leave it.
Who the fuck takes a guinea pig for a walk?
Someone that cares about them, Dave.
Right, Bratters, you're no longer allowed to host this podcast. Look what has happened. We're talking about blind guinea pigs. I couldn't be more off topic. Okay. What have you done?
I think finally for this podcast, I think we do need to have a quick mention of the podcast competition. I actually haven't been involved in podcasts where you've talked about this. So this is...
Please don't kickstart me a new guinea pig.
Yes! Oh, that's got to happen. That's got to happen. No. So the podcast is basically design a Kickstarter for Dave. It can be a topic of your choosing. What kind of examples have we seen so far?
I've forgotten them.
I've seen one that asked to build a statue in your honour, which was quite nice.
Oh yes, I do remember that. Yeah. And there was another one.
Cheer Dave up.
Wasn't there one?
Grumpy bastard.
To kick. Yeah, I didn't understand that. I'm not grumpy.
I don't understand that at all. I can't think why anyone would decide that was.
There was one to kickstart me to stop Kickstarter, wasn't there? I think
probably. You don't like Kickstarter anymore.
I don't like.
How do you feel about this competition? Actually, considering your
it
past
was a surprise. I mean, everything that happens in this room is a surprise to me. So I guess that by that logic, it wasn't a surprise.
Have your feelings towards Kickstarter changed?
Wasn't a sentence. I don't know what that
My feelings are.
But so you don't like Kickstarter, but you'll quite happily take advantage of it for your own gain. So,
that's not true. He didn't come up with this competition. Somebody else did.
He's too deep now. You are the problem with Kickstarter. Congratulations, Dave. But yeah, if you'd like to enter that competition, there's a thread on the VideoGamer forums, and you can enter in any form you like. A picture. There's been a few videos this time, actually, hasn't there?
There has been, yes.
PDF presentation.
Oh, that was actually that presentation. A shout out to that. It was amazing. It was a board game, wasn't it? The Kickstarter board game. Oh, it was great. It was
I mentioned it last week as well.
I wasn't here.
It was
last
like 10 pages of
forgotten already. Jeez Christ.
Yeah, it was good. Very well.
Why are you
done.
talking about the boss in Sonic 2?
The boss in Sonic 2.
That's a full circle, ladies and gentlemen.
There are a couple of videos. One of them weirded me out a little bit. But I expect that from you guys, so...
Actually, yeah, no, the more weirded out Dave can be, the better, I think. We'll probably be featuring a few of these in some kind of gallery video. We'll get Dave involved.
You know what someone's going to do? It probably won't count because I'm going to suggest it, but some fake guinea pig eyes.
Yes, oh, absolutely.
That'll be a thing.
Winner. You've won, Tom. You've won. What game would you like?
Guinea pig glasses.
Yeah, we should say by entering the competition, you have a chance of winning a video game of your choosing, which is always good.
Up to the value of £50.
Where's it from, Bratters?
It's from a website
which one?
Shop2.net.
Well
Shop2. Shop2.net, right?
Just once. Shop2. Don't type in shop2.net.
I get paid for every single time I say it. Okay, I get free video game. It's brilliant. But yeah, so
he doesn't.
Enter that if you like.
Yeah, for the record, that is not real.
Yeah, so we'll probably feature that. We'll get Dave to sit down and get weirded out by a few of the entries. Should be fun. Simon, it's usually you who gets that honour, isn't it?
Yeah.
Last month we had some masks designed for Simon.
Yeah.
Simon looks dead to the world. He's like, this podcast has been on far too long.
I'm trying to drag it on as long as possible.
I don't know what's happened in this podcast. But, this is life, and we've got to take it and each road as it comes.
What? Stop making up sayings every week. Okay, thank you very much for listening to this week's...
Hopefully Matt's back next week.
Strange, yeah, hopefully.
I'm going to say I'm sorry for this week. I'm going to go on record and apologise.
This does tend to happen, though. When Matt's not hosting, we do end up apologising at the end of the podcast.
It's because I can't control you and you just get mean.
Yeah, I'm sorry for being mean to you, Bratters. It was all said in jest and love.
That's true.
It is.
That's nice.
You insult the people you like the best. But there's always an exception to the rule.
Have you been flirting with me this whole time, Simon?
No, there's always an exception to the rule.
Right. We are mean to you, Bratters, but if you left, we'd be sad for at least a day.
Have I been fired? Is that what just happened?
No, I told you pocket money.
Are you going to go to Germany as well?
Pardon?
You going to Germany as well?
I'm going to work with Matt
Nellis.
Yeah.
Okay.
You still haven't got over that.
This is a genuine risk that's occurring right at this moment.
He's going to go live in Munster. I don't know why.
No, stop. You make these in-jokes.
Thanks for listening, everybody.
Thank you very much for listening.
See you later, guys.
Goodbye.